Okay, so the next one, what we left to?
Katina.
So stira, static. Sitting quietly induces the static quality and brings stability and healing. Example of that? Meditation. So sitting quietly will bring stability. I mean, it's static. That's why all these poses that you learn for balancing Vata. Remember, something that we're going to go through, but some of you, those that have been my students, know there's no such thing as Ayurveda for Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Ayurveda, I'm saying yoga. Yoga is for all the doshas. It's not like, oh, because you're Pitta, you shouldn't do the healing exercises. No, when the Pitta is balanced, but they are poses and breathing exercises that will promote, increase, or pacify certain elements that will interact with whatever is going on with us. But Ayurvedic, yoga, a well-balanced practice of yoga should be tridosha, whether you're Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. So that thing like, oh, yoga for Kapha, yoga, but we will be specific in certain things, but I want you to have that mentality from now on, that that's the way. So this static poses, like tree pose, like mountain pose, like full lotus or half lotus, like diamond pose. Those are static poses, therefore they will ground Vata. They will pacify Vata. They will make your mind be more centered, more attentive, whether you're Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. But even though it's tridoshic, you see how it will have an impact, a more visible impact on someone that is out of balance that way. You see? Is that clear? I don't know what they're doing. Mobile, chala. Our thoughts, feelings, and emotions are mobile. Insecurity and shakiness come from mobile quality. The mobile quality increases Vata in the system, while the static quality brings groundness. Jogging, jumping, and physical activities are example of shala. So there you have to be mindful, you know, like when someone has like this tics and this like uncontrolled movements, you gotta recommend exactly the opposite. Absolutely the opposite of what, you know, you wanna use the opposite qualities. Subtle. Alcohol and aspirin are also subtle and especially increase pitta. So, alcohol not only will increase pitta, but it will very highly increase vata. Even though when you drink, you might feel like, I'm just, but the way we activate your brain, it will be like really, it's very vata activated because it's subtle, and vata is very subtle. And pitta not only has the acidity and the fermentation of the alcohol, it will increase pitta. So actually vata and pitta will be highly aggravated when you drink alcohol. If you want, later on, I'll share with you a study that a friend of mine did. How, did I tell you how the drugs? He compared like drugs, like say marijuana or coke or all of this, or even like medication, how will they affect the vata, pitta, or kapha? And why a vata person will be more drawn to a certain drug and a pitta person to another drug. So it's a very good study he did. Yeah. And he experienced that many, many years ago, and he completely healed himself. And it's an amazing person, another amazing person. And you know, he studied that, and he did a research paper on that, and it's like excellent. So it's very interesting, you know, like how we're drawn to certain things and what they mean and how would they affect our Manas Prakruti. Manas is mind. Remember? Okay, so stula, gross. We talked about that, like meat, cheese, all these things are gross and heavy and dense, have all these qualities, therefore they will aggravate kapha. Correct? Clear. An excess of clear quality can manifest from too much cleansing, such as excessive enemas or purgative. Too much cleansing increases vata and pitta. Like we were talking about the juices. The same thing. If you do too many enemas, or if you go so much like purgation, like cleansing, going to the bathroom, laxative and all that stuff, your immunity will be in jeopardy. Like you will suffer. So
that's why it is with the colonics. They say that don't do them so consistent because it like takes everything, like the normal flora,
all the flora that protects and everything is taken away. So, and imagine I don't have anything against colonics. Actually, during the Panchakarma we have the bastis that are cleansing bastis, where you just put the water and you let it out, which is like a colonics pretty much, or the medicated basti, which is oil, which those are retention bastings, where you sleep overnight with the animal. Those are medicated. Both could be medicated. So, but imagine that force of water going up and taking everything. But that is with four, like it's going up. Like how far up? You understand? So there is something there to think about. Now, of course, when you're through, you think you're floating, you're walking on a cloud because the amount of your body is like tremendously, so you feel lighter. But it's a practice that you have to be careful with, Pishila, sticking. The cloudy quality increases kapha, decreases vata, pitta. Avila, Pishila, causes lack of both clarity and perception. All dairy products will do it. All dairy products will become sticky. But ghee, not ghee. But when you think about it, what are dairy products?
Cheese, yogurt.
What is the process of making cheese?
Fermentation.
Oh, there you go. I mean, you really let that get rotten. That's why it smells like that. And then in some countries, the smellier and the stinkier, the better. Like the blue cheese, this and that and that. It's like the wine, the best wine, like that. 20 years from the thing. Imagine what you're drinking, And they pay like $20,000 for one bottle. But it's really amazing when you think it's the process. So it's not fresh. There's nothing fresh about it. So anything like I give this example because it's true. Like when my son eats like 2 days pizza in a row, or let's say at school there are 2 parties, or he gets sick. It's like, Mom, look, I'm sick. I know why. I got you. Like you can see it. Like the same way, like if I have pizza, the next morning I will have phlegm, like major phlegm. So from now on, you're gonna notice, like when you eat, you wake up, and for me, that used to be normal. Wake up in the morning, phlegm, okay, go clean that's it. For me, it was normal, like a Zyrtec in the morning because of my allergies. The moment I stopped eating meat, that was 12 years ago. And eating cheese, the amount that I was eating, and I had like major acne, like you would never think, like it was bad. Like they had to open my skin with needles. And the moment I literally stopped, that's it. It was gone. I never had to take a Zyrtec for the rest of my life. And I used to have 1 a day in the morning. So for me to wake up with phlegm, dryness, crying and itchiness, it was normal. That was my life since I was 10. So as slowly you start adjusting, making these changes, Not in this situation. I mean, you can have something, I don't know, the colors, whatever. You know, but then you'll see the difference, you know. Sticky. Ayurveda uses these 20 qualities as a therapeutic guide, a diagnostic tool, and a clinical parameter in order to pinpoint which quality has provoked Vata, Pitta, or Kapha. So these are like the basics, like this is what we base our treatment on. Because then you learn what's Vata, like how is that phlegm? Is it white? Is it yellow? Is it green? If it's green, it's a Vata phlegm. If it's yellow, it's a Pitta phlegm. If it's white, it's Kapha. So even phlegm is Kapha. You can really identify because it depends on the color, on the sputum, like if it's too sticky, if it's too. You understand? So all these gunas, you're gonna take it down to the cell, the mitochondria, in charge of respiration. What is that? What guna is there? You understand? So even though you're gonna learn this disease is more like a Vata disease, an imbalance, a Kapha, Pitta, whatever, you really need to ask these questions. But that you learn in the class of assessment. I mean, some of it, the first year, whatever you need to learn on the first year. You see? So the secretion, that's like when you see like the ridges and the nails, you know. Is the nail porous, like poroso, like porous? Or is it like smooth? Or the ridges, so you see? You know what I mean? But okay, it means something, but it's not only like the nail being like light or green or pink, or there's more to it. Like the secretion of the ear, you know, like the secretion of the eyes, you know, like it's telling you how those processes are happening. So, but how will you know that if you don't know the gunas? You know? So these gunas, please read absolutely everything you find about the gunas. You have your 7 books, as many 6, 7 books. You have the pages to read. Me personally, I went out today and I read dense. I look on dense and I don't know, like Katina. On hard, I read everything I could about hard. Because it's not only hard. It's not something that is hard. What would hard do to the system, to the blood? You understand? To the arteries, to the veins, to the capillaries. Plaque, obstruction. You understand? So it's like really go one element, read as much as you can throughout this year, because you're going to be using this forever now. The more you learn clear, what is it clear? You know, what would clear do to something? Besides bringing light to it, or expansiveness, or openness, or sattva, you have to take these gunas to absolutely everything. To a shoelace, to, I don't know, like seriously, your life, that's why one of the, and this is when I wanted to talk about, can you read the assignment that I sent you, that I prepared for you?
The 20 units, it's been the 20 units.
Yeah. I don't think I have this paper here, no?
I don't think so.
Remember to cover the Sanskrit terms.
Yeah,
To give them the Sanskrit terms to study.
Do you have the pages here?
The 2 assignments, no. Someone can just lend it to her so she can review it. I forgot to print it.
No, the Sanskrit terms, are they here?
It should be.
Yeah.
I don't know.
My,
Do you need them?
In the back.
Or maybe that's just a PowerPoint.
right, no, but this is our book. It's a little different than yours. So, Okay, so can I have one of your, please? So first, let's go. Oh my God, thank you. I was just talking there. Ayurveda is all about qualities, right? Start to look at the world through the lens of qualities and see what you experience. Write a paper about how the 20 gunas express themselves in some aspects of your life. So that should be fun. You can talk about how these 20 gunas express, whether it's like through food, through your clothes, through your relationships, you can be creative. You can talk about a mosquito, a fly going into your kitchen.
All of them? Just big and different.
The 20 gunas, but using the words, I don't know, like a description. Or let's say you want to tell me about this movie that you watched that really moved you, that it has to do with past lives, and you just want to express how you felt through the movie or what the movie showed to you. But the basics or the base, it's those 20 gunas. Because they're expressing constantly anything that you touch, anything that you feel. So you can come up even with a story, even if it's fiction, it's your story, it's your idea of these 20 gunas. All I want to see is that what you were able to absorb, to
retain,
exactly, abstract, retain, understand about what we went through class, about these 20 gunas. Maybe if you don't cover the 20, that's fine, but I really want you to use them somehow. Okay, let's go to the Sanskrit terms. So I'm just going to use my pen and point those, okay? Mark those on your... So, Samadosha, Samanisha, Samadhatu Mala Kriya Prasnal Mendriya Manaha Swastha Vidate. Yes, you need to know that. Agni, Ahamkar, Aharam, Akasha, Akriti. You're like, wow, all of them. But you already know this.
Yeah.
Do you know what Ama is? Ama is toxicity. Do you know what Agni is? Ahamkar. Do you know all this already?
Kasha is...
Analyze.
I know Apa. It's the same word in Romanian.
Yeah.
Apa. Move to the next page. No article.
So Akriti and Apa. And Analam?
Analam, yes. Apa, yes. Go to the next page. Asata Mindriya Samayoga, yes. Ashtanga Hidrayam, yes. Ayurveda.
What's Ayurveda?
Balam. Bhutas. Brahman, no Brahma, Brahman. Buddhi. Charaka. Chakra, you all know. Chikitsa. Kaya Chikitsa. Darsanam. Dhanvantari, everybody knows who Dhanvantari is, right? The god of Ayurveda. It's this beautiful person here. That's Dhanvantari, the god of Ayurveda. You can pass it around. Our precious Dhanvantari. Dhanvantari. Desham and Dharma also. Dhatu, Diya Druti, Drik, Guna, Jala, Jiva, no Kama. Kalam, Karma, Kapha, of course.
So this is a different deity than Shiva?
Yeah, that is supposed, Dhanvantari is an incarnation of Vishnu.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm gonna say it looks a lot like my Ashton.
yeah. Mahabhuta, Mahan, Malas.
I'm sorry, so we're from Kapha all the way down to Mahabhuta?
Yeah, Mahabhuta, Mahan, Malas, Manas. Mudram, Nadi, Teta, Prakruti, Purusha, Rayas, but you know already half of them, right?
Mhm.
You can tell, right?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Rajas, Santos, you know, don't make me cry.
Just remember, Sanskrit is pass fail, and you only need a 70%. Just keep that in mind when you're studying.
Okay, Sabdam, Samkhya,
Sankhya.
Sattva, go all the way down to Sattva. Smruti, next page. Sparsana, next page. Susutra Samhita, Tamas, Tridosha, Vata, Vayas, Vedas, Vikruti. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, that's amazing.
That's it? That's good.
Ashley,
I was gonna, okay, perfect.
Yeah, that way I have them. I can type them up and
Okay.
make the test.
So you do that? Okay, awesome.
Thank you.
Because I was gonna ask Lila to send me a picture of those.
Do you want to take pictures with the phone?
No, Ashley's gonna,
Just
she
gonna
will
email
email
the
them
list.
quickly.
About how
That's
many
okay.
were there? Did you count?
A bunch.
It's easier to count the ones who are not.
Only a few.
Okay, let's go through them quickly before we go. Okay,
Yes.
hand them to me, please.
And did you cover Alma?
I'm not yet.
Okay, because I know you said that was one of them, but.
Ama is toxicity. It's like,
I think
this is really not the class that we cover AMA, because AMA is toxicity. AMA is like a waste product, but it comes from the wrong combination of food and fermentation. But it's a word that I want you to learn from today.
Yeah.
So that's why I said yes to it.
I checked some that she didn't say though, that's the thing.
Okay, yeah, I picked
There's
up
about
on.
50.
I don't know
There's
which.
about 50. 58.
58 on the test?
58 where she...
No, that they need to know that. And out of those, we will pick which ones are in the test. In the test, they're probably like 12 or something like that, like basics. People, it's like Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, the things that we'll go over and over.
Right, because you'll
I'm
hear
not
a
gonna
lot of
ask
these
you-
throughout the year.
I'm not going to ask you on this test what is Tikshana and Ushna.
Right, that's-
This is not the purpose of this test. This test is like for a general vocabulary that you
Right,
guys
you're gonna
should
build
be-
on.
Exactly. So the questions are gonna be Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Sankhya, Sharaka, Samhita, like the main concepts that we went over. That's what the test will be. But I do expect that you know this thing. So out of those, I pick what I expect you to know, you know? But on the test, there will be 12 simple
12, you've decided 12?
or 15.
Okay.
Wait,
Or
maybe
20,
you're talking, you're
Yeah,
talking,
maybe 20.
Maybe 20.
if you're talking the Sanskrit test, you're not talking
Yes,
the test
Sanskrit.
test.
Oh, no, Sanskrit test.
Right, but
No,
a
your
test
final
test
test will
is
be-
you need to know a little bit.
Yes, everything from this class, exactly.
So regardless, we have to know
Do
this
not,
because we're
yeah.
getting both those tests on the same day anyway.
Right, but no, if you say what are the 20 gunas, you can do hot, cold. Like we don't expect, this is a lot of information to learn in 3 weeks, basically.
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
Sure.
Well, you'll be studying between. You'll be studying in between.
Hopefully.
But it's 2 weeks from today, so it's.
No, it's 2 weeks, no?
Right,
It's 2
so what
weeks.
she's saying with, you can, on the test, put it in English. Eventually, you're gonna hear this all throughout the year, and then you will know them.
What I'm saying is I expect you to learn them, but not for testing purposes. I do
Right.
want you to know hot, cold, liquid,
So,
solid, dull, sharp, dry, wet, gross, subtle. That you need to know. I mean, that's like by tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like don't.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yeah.
Of the 58 that you gave them, give them the ones that are for the test for this month.
Oh really?
Yes. That's my suggestion. You're the teacher. You decide.
thank you for that. Yeah, I greatly appreciate that.
Because I know what she's saying. You're going to need to know these terms, but each month, the words will point out the ones that you must know eventually, but also fine tune the ones for the test.
So
That way you can
those I'm
target
gonna
your
do the
study.
star.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, just leave them. Yeah, you can just leave them, because
No,
I have
no,
to learn
no,
them.
She's gonna learn them
No,
all.
but the 20 that are going to be on the test.
Yeah, because you might start reading, I mean, we've got like 200 pages, and you might get to a point where you're like, I just want to know what I need to know that week.
Everybody.
You're gonna start off all gung ho, but then you're gonna get to a point where it feels like complete mush, and you're gonna be like, forget it, where are those stars?
Agni. Just do a little star next to it or something. Ahamkar. No, I'm sorry, Akasha. Apa. Buddhi. That's because I assume you know where Ayurveda is. Kaya Chikitsa. Are you writing it, Francis?
No, actually,
I am.
send it to me.
Oh, I am.
Oh, you are? Great, okay.
Darshanam. Dhatu.
Tissue. See if I can get it wrong.
Guna. Jala.
Gala?
Jala. You're killing me here.
You want us to like 30?
Malas.
Those plates.
You know all of this already.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right,
Turn
I, we do know all of it. I mean, yeah? Those are easy.
Absolutely. Pitta. Pitta. Vata pitta kapha.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Prakruti. Rajas. Sattva. Tamas. Tridosha. Vata. Vedas. Vikruti. And the first, the definition of a healthy person. That I want you to know in English. Or if you can do Sanskrit, that's great. You know? But I will be asking the definition of a healthy person. So they can do in that one because it's pretty long. But that you
That
should
is
learn.
ongoing, yeah.
Yeah, that will be like an ongoing thing that we're gonna go over. Because I would really expect that you are able to stand up and say the definition of a healthy person according to Ayurveda. Okay? Like I said, just learn, health is a state where the three dosha, digestive fire, all the body tissues, components, all the psychological processes are in perfect unison, and the soul, the sense organs, and the mind are in a state of total satisfaction.
Satisfaction is prasana.
Prasana, prasana is like joy, like
Can you say the
Samadosha, Samanishka, Samadhatu Malakriya, Prasna Mandriya Manaha Swasta iti Avidiyate.
iti adiyate?
Yeah.
Swasta
Let's
iti.
listen to the doctor's recordings. Like you don't have to say this, mind you.
संतोषः समानिश्च समधातु मल्क्रियः प्रसन्नात्मे इन्द्रियमनः स्वस्थित्यभिधीयते.
Swastate.
Swastate.
Or it could be swastate or swastaiti abhidyate. Like I say, like all together, she stops. So listen. Just listen.
संतोषः समानिश्च समधातु मल्क्रियः प्रसन्नात्मे इन्द्रियमनः स्वस्थित्यभिधीयते.
Swastate abhidyate. Samdosha, samanish, samadhatu malakriya, prasnadmendriya, manaha swastate abhidyate.
What is avidyate?
Abhidyate, it's, hold on, samadosha, samanish, sama, so health state of the three dosha, which is dosha, digestive fire, agnisha. Samadhatu malakriya, it's like all together, that means body tissues, components and waste. Prasna Mendriya. Mendriya is the senses, the mind. Swastaviya, Deviyate. That is means like total satisfaction, like it's perfect. Because Mendriya, those are like the senses. Manaha is the mind, and Sattva, that's like the soul, like Swasta, like Swasta iti, like
Aiti, swasta iti.
Swasta iti.
Aiti. Ahidiyate.
But most important, like listen, like really I don't expect you to know.
Samdhatu malkriya prasannatme indriya manha swastitya vidhiyate.
I like the way you say it better. Can we hear your part?
No, it's Samadosha, Savanish, Samadhatu Malakriya, Prasna Mendriya, Manaha Swastate Abhidiyate.
Abhidiyate. Okay.
Yeah, it's Abhidiyate, but you don't say Yate, you say Abhidiyate.
Abhidiyate.
Samdosha samapanish samdhatu malkriya prasannatme indriya manha swastitya vidhiyate.
Abhidiyate. So, again, if you're able to say, like in English, that's perfect. Basically, when all the processes are in harmony, this is Samkhya philosophy. You go through the body, the waste of the body, the product, the body, the functions of the body, of the dhatus. Remember, dhatu is tissue, malas are waste. Then you have to speak of the mind, the soul. Right? Because it's all together. So basically, you're saying all psychological processes are in unison, and the soul, the sense organs, and the mind are content, like in perfect equilibrium. So you just remember what is that needs to be in perfect equilibrium. Sense organs, mind, soul, formation of tissues, excretion of malas in the body. All that have to be happening for the body to be healthy. That's it. No, like, but it makes sense, you know, like when you really understand it, that's it. You don't need to use exactly the same words. So you want to go over Agni. Agni refers to digestive fire, heat in the body, and you can... Akasha. We know what Akasha is, right? It's space. It's the first element. Akasha. Apa, water, another element. So you have Agni, Apa, Jala, and Prithvi. Is Prithvi here?
No.
Okay, so you need to add Prithvi to the list. So it will be 21, okay? Prithvi is the air element. Buddhi, it refers to the intellect. You remember that, right? Mahan and Buddhi. Kaya Chikitsa, internal medicine. Darshan, observation. Dhatu, tissue. Di and Dhruti, the capacity of the mind to gather information. Dhruti, the capacity, From Dhatu, Guna, qualities. Jala, water. Kam, malas, waste. Pitta, Prakruti, Rajas, Sattva, Tamas, Tridosha, Vata, Vedas, Vikruti. I mean, that's pretty easy. You should be able to take the test now.
It will take time.
Any questions?
take a picture before we wrap up? Oh,
Do you
who's gonna
guys
take
have-
it?
Huh?
Who's gonna take it? I'll take it if you guys, if you.
Is this guy here still?
I think he left. I saw him come in and out, but I think he left. That's fine, I'll take it with the group and you.
Yeah. No, but then then I'll take it with you.
Well, plenty of time. I just wanna take a picture.
Don't
of
you
it
have, like,
first
a-
weekend.
A timer camera on that thing?
It has a camera, but if you ask me how to
How to
do
do it.
anything other than press record. Yeah.
It should have that, you know, you say a word and it takes a picture for you.